The first thing that I recorded was Baby Don't You Weep, Fred Bridges, and It Must Be Love was on the other side. I wrote and arranged it. Robert Bateman produced it. Marv Johnson and I grew up together, and he knew that I was writing and singing, so he introduced me to Robert. And I showed Robert a lot of tunes, and he liked Baby Don't You Weep and It Must Be Love. So he said, let's cut it. At the same time, he had just got to pick it. And I don't know what the studio don't exist anymore, but it was downtown. This was a studio that was down on John R. and something downtown, something that Robert knew. It don't even show up. I don't even know what studio that was. And we had Benny Benjamin was playing the drums. I mean, we had all Motown musicians. It was done here, and he took it to New York and peddled it. And Pickett, I like Pickett. I always have liked Pickett and the stuff that he cut, but he messed over this compared to mine. The way I did it was so much better than this. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised that Bateman didn't call me and said, man, I messed it up, straighten it out. That's how bad I think it sounds.
Known when I left my happy home, I was headed in the wrong direction, running all over town, acting like a clown. When I needed your love and affection, oh baby, now weep no more for me. Oh baby, weep no more for me. My love now weep no more for me.
And I did all the record hops with everybody else. And so anyway, Pickett, that's where Robert got Pickett from. In fact, they cut a tune at the same time he was cutting mine, Let Me Be Your Boy. Okay, then Robert cut me at the same time, but he didn't take me through Correctone. He made a deal with Versatile.
Wilbur Golden.
Yeah. I didn't have no feel for the music, just liked it. Wanted to get in it because, Barry inspired everybody. There was 2 or 3 studios on 12th Street. Correctone, and there was another one. I had the Baby Don't You Weep. And then I had...
With a Smile on My Face. That was with a company called Glorico. Gloreco, is it? Sorry.
Gloreco. Aaron Hicks, his sister, sung in Ardantes out of Motown. Did all the background back in those days.
The 3 girls, Jackie
Hicks,
yes.
his sister.
With a smile on my face, darling, I will walk with you. Darling, I will walk with you as I did when our love was new. With a smile on my face, darling, I will hold you.
Where did you record the Glorico record?
Part of it was done in a garage. I could walk out of this garage and walk up to the corner and look across the street and see Motown. Aaron Hicks and his buddy fixed up the garage. We cut the track there. We took the strings down on Woodward they sold pianos in the front, and in the back was kind of the studio, and he had some students, string players.
From the university?
And he worked with them, and he put the strings on there. He arranged it. I mean, I really arranged it, but he wrote it out. You know what I'm saying?
Got an address of LaSalle Avenue.
That was his house.
That was just a house. He didn't record anything there.
No, that was just for business.
I don't suppose you can remember how you hooked up with the Glorico guy.
Aaron Hicks?
Yeah.
I don't know how we met. But he's a school teacher. And he was going to teach me how to read. But we never did develop. And he went with, I had Baby Don't You Weep, and he cut me with a smile. And Bateman, we went to New York with Bateman. Bateman was staying there and working with Lloyd Price. And we went there, and he was going to try to make a kind of deal with we were young. And he just never did develop. First of all, it was me. There was always me. And I was working at Dodge, Maine, and I met Richard Knight. And we started singing. And I was at Golden World at the time. And they just built a new studio. Wingate just built a new studio on Davison. And I had the key. So we worked afternoons. We get off, go home, change clothes, go up there till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, writing.
But you don't have many published songs with Wingate. Were you just using that office, or?
Yeah, because I didn't want to take all my stuff. You know, I wrote some stuff up there, but I kept it close. You know, because you never know what was going to happen. Edwin Starr, I was there. I'm the guy that's doing the slapstick on Double O Soul. There was a track for somebody and they liked it and put it out. Wingate told them to put Sal Remo strings, and they did. It was a hit. The Fantastic Four, Barbara Mercer was there. Don Mancher was one of the writers, producers there. I did Never in a Million Years on Candace Love, Never in a Million Years, with a slower version, with acoustical guitar. Bad, man, bad. Yeah, Coffee did we used, back then they didn't have the wah-wah, so we used the Leslie in the organ. We plugged the guitar up to that and used the Leslie as a wah-wah. That's how you got the sound.
Let me tell you a story about a man who lost his love. Let me tell you about love and how she betrayed the man. Oh, yes she did. And she broke his heart. She broke his heart in two.
That's another great record. She Broke His Heart.
I wrote it, but you know what, man? Now it comes back to me. I totally forgot, man.
I think that's about the same time as you did the Jack Montgomery thing.
Yes, it is. When he was interested in the recording, then through Don Mancher. Don Mancher was the point man there. And I come in because Don was there. Never in a million years we cut. Don't turn your back on me. That was Don Mancher's tune.
Because you're not on the record label, but you're on the BMI file.
So we would go up there, and in writing and showing tunes, being Richard's song, you know, we both can sing. And then I knew Robert and Ben was partners, Ben Knight and Robert Eaton. Ben Knight is no kin to Richard Knight. Richard Knight is the one that's singing Loser. He's the word man. I was the hook man and the melody man and the music man. Richard did the words and sung. Then I needed another part to make this work, and that was a guy that knew voices and harmony, Robert Eaton. He could come up with background like that, you know. So, and then he was a writer too, and he could sing. So we started writing together.
You, Richard,
and Robert Eaton. That's the beginning of us and that was just close to the riots. And during the riot, the day of the riots, and the people would stand around stores threatening to throw bricks in it so they could run in and loot it. These guys drove up in a car, incited the riot, threw the bricks, people run in, they pull off, go down the street, do it going down the street. And 30, 45 minutes later, they were the same one that came back to tell everybody, watch out, we're going to burn this sucker so that they don't open up no more. And they were the same one that threw the cocktails in there that burned the places. But anyway, what this done was a black person that owned a store would put in the window, Soul Brother.
Yeah, that was from the Watts riots before, and then they did the same here. And
that's what they did here. And I took that and said the Brothers of Soul. And that's where I got the name from. I seen Soul Brothers, and I said, Brothers of Soul. And I said, that's what we're going to call ourselves.
Secret that many famous entertainers are brothers and sisters from the ghettos of Detroit. CPT ran across a group of new faces destined for the big time. They not only sing, they also write and produce their own records. CPT presents the Brothers of Soul.
Come on back, won't you? Come on back. Seems like yesterday, baby, I saw your lovely face, oh yeah. Just a little while ago, I touched your lips, oh baby. But it's been a long time, why don't we change your mind? Come on baby, come on back. Come on back. It seems like loneliness is creeping in on me. Oh, and I'm begging, baby, don't let it happen to me. Why don't you stop wasting time? Make up your mind. Come on back, come on back. Oh, come on back, come on back.
At that time, we met Rick. All this happened around the same time.
you developed a live act, Brothers of Soul.
Well, you know what, Rick did that. We had a book full of tunes, and we was going around playing it for people.
What sort of tunes would you do when you did a live gig? Popular
We do
song?
whatever was hit.
Temptations or...
Yeah, whatever was hit.
Did you organise the musicians?
Me and Mike Terry. What we did was we used all of Barry's people. All of them, it was Pistol and Benny Benjamin on drums, White on guitar, Eddie Willis on guitar, Jameson on bass, and Bob Babbitt on bass, Earl Van Dyke on keyboards, and Eddie Griffin on keyboard. Those were the musicians. Crisscross is Rick Williams. That's Chris. That was Rick. Pray Don't Linger and Can't Get You Off My Mind. This is one of the best. This to me is good as Loser. It just didn't get off because of the riots. That killed the Brothers of Soul. We had a riot in '67, and then in '68 the King was killed, and they had riots again, and we couldn't leave. So all the gigs was canceled, and the label was on us that we couldn't make our gig. Killed us as a group. But this one here, Can't Get You Off My Mind, that's a bad tune there, Jack. But you know what? Come On Back was on the other side of it for a while. Because I remember, in fact, I got one with Come On Back. Seemed like it was on an Orange label.
Angels of the way and exceeding beauty. Can't nobody ever take your place. 'Cause you, baby, girl, you made my world a dream. You gave me love, baby.
I don't even remember why we did Named Us Creations. But I think it's because we had a hit and we wanted to put it out right then, and we couldn't, the DJs wasn't going to play double. He wasn't going to give us double action, so we put it out like Footsteps. We did Dream first. We did Chuck Bernard out of Chicago on Zodiac. On the Other Side of My Mind was the name of the tune. Chuck Bernard was big in Chicago. He was working before he had a record. Everybody, he had a following. He worked at 2 clubs in the same night because we hung with him. We'd go to one club, and then after one show, we'd pick up his stuff, we'd drive on the other side, and he would do another show. There was 2 studios that we did in Chicago. Man, I would cut in United Sound, get in Rick's car, drive in a blizzard to Chicago, and finish it up over there.
Why would you do that?
Because we wanted to do it. I mean, we wanted to finish it.
Yeah, why couldn't you finish it here? That's what
Well, because the Voices was over there. What, I don't know. I don't know what the real reason, but it was the thing to do, the logical thing to do. So evidently, something made it more feasible to do some of it there and some of it here. And we were trying out that studio there. The Soldier song. Johnny Pate arranged it, and we cut it in Chicago. Well, it's about a soldier coming on. Wait For Me got pretty big. We did some touring with Wait For Me.
Fighting for my country and doing the best I can, hoping that I'll be with you real soon. I'm coming home, darling, darling, wait for me. I'm coming home, darling, darling, wait for me. Just a few lines to let you know that I love you. Just a few words, my love, so you won't forget me. Now wait for me, wait for me, my love. I know it won't be.
And that was when Richard Knight went to New York with us, and this old lady had him put in jail for alimony, and Ben Knight started singing with it.
I wondered what happened to Richard. How many songs are those Blue 45s? Hurry, Don't Linger.
I'm leading that. Can't Get You Off My Mind is a Richard. Dream is Richard. Loser is Richard. Hurry, Don't Linger is me. Come On Back is me. Love of Finding You is Richard. Wait For Me is me. I'll Be Grateful is all of us, because there wasn't no lead. Lifetime is Richard. You Better Believe It is me. Love is Fever is Richard. 1 Minute is Richard. Ben Knight is a bass. It's a baritone. He's on Wait For Me and I'll Be Grateful. And he was singing on the road with us when Richard was in jail in New York. We had some gigs coming up. It was a natural thing to get Ben. And I knew Ben, too, from Northern.
This Roy Butler.
Right.
Where's he from? Is he
He
Detroit guy?
was from Inkster, but he hung out in Detroit. And we did Mary's Place. You making this stuff come back to me. Man, we did this at Tara Shermer, and we cut a lot of our stuff there with Boo. All the Rick Williams stuff was there in United Sound. Tara Shermer and Russ Termer was one of the owners. And we did Mary's House, and Russ acted like an English accent, was talking on it, and we was like almost like rapping. I say, old chap.
I say, Cortez, old chap. What you want, Ringo? Actually, I heard there's a party tonight. Man, they doing it at Mary's tonight. Blimey, where's that?
Around the corner, just a little way, there's
And I was with Lou Beatty. We would take the tape recorder. We was on a curfew. At the time, we cut Dream, Hurry Don't Linger, Guess That Don't Make Me a Loser, and one more tune, Come On Back, I Think. And we'd run back to the house until it was morning and the curfew was lifted.
I think Lou Beatty had a place. It was on 14th
Street. I lived on 15th. And it wasn't a studio. It was a 4-family flat, and he converted it. And he had a little something like a studio. It was more rehearsal than anything else. I got some of it at United Sound. I got some of it at, I can't remember, this cat had a studio over on Dexter, above a grocery store.
Diamond Jim Riley?
No, down from Diamond. This guy ended up making toys for kids. And he was a DJ for a while, and he was a good engineer. They call his name out. But he had a studio, and we cut some of the stuff in his studio on Dexter, right by Davison, right around the corner from where Golden World was. But Golden wasn't there no more. It was right above this big grocery store. Supermarket. And upstairs was this recording studio. But, I did it in Masqueraders. I Got the Power. No, we did it at United Sound. Edward Hamilton, That Baby Don't You Weep, That Baby Don't You Weep. I think that was bad, but I cut them.
Because I didn't know what was recorded down at Lou Beatty's studio.
Couldn't be nothing. We tried, but it was all glass. It was windows all around there, man. It was horrible. In fact, we cut I Am Nothing. We cut I Am Nothing there. I took it to Chicago and got on the machines and made it what you hear. We cut it at the Beat Records. I'm ashamed to say that, but we did do that one.
Who's the drummer?
Johnny Mill. You know who he looked like? James Brown. Walk like James Brown. Act like James Brown. He wasn't as dark skinned as he was light brown skinned, but he reminds you of James Brown. And he was a drummer boy. I was at the Beat writing Bridges Eaton and Night when Craig brought Rick Williams in it. And I was working at MUP. When I said working, I was doing stuff out there. And Bill Craig wanted me out there, and Bill was at Cedra, and we went to show the guys at Cedra some tunes. What was that boy's name?
The Precision.
I got some stuff on it. I know a place. Rick Williams was there.
At Cedra, that's where you met him, I guess.
Yeah, but then Bill Craig introduced us, and he busted in my house that night. When I said busted, I mean he came over.
Oh, okay.
And kept me up for about 4 or 5 hours. And me telling him I didn't want to be bothered with him, I didn't like him, he was too short, everything. And he just persisted to do. When he finished, we were partners.
This is Rick Williams. Did he set you up with an office down here?
Well, yes, he bought us a place, rent us what we call of the place. It was on Linwood in the basement under my barber's. I rented it from my barber, and we had and he bought me a piano for down there. In fact, 2 pianos from down there. So we would write down there. This pulled me away from the beat.
Down at Mutt Records, they were out of Inkster.
Mutt Records was out of Inkster. All it was a bail bondsman who liked music. And he liked music, and so he built a little no-count studio in the back of his bail bondsman building. It wasn't no good. It wasn't for SHIT. Next door. And Bill, he was a promotion guy. He took me there. Yeah. Bill Craig was anywhere he could go. As a matter of fact, he introduced me to Rick Williams. But anyway, Bill Craig was getting a little money because he had convinced Nate Dore that he knew everything. I said, well, yeah, I'll do some stuff for you. And Majesties was one of the ones. Somebody else he had was named The Two Fellows.
That's you, isn't it?
No. The record was Stop. Don't give up your love to anybody, to nobody. That was Two Fellows.
Not you, and
no.
You don't know their names, though?
No, I can't remember.
How many were there in the Majesties?
I've seen like 3 or 4.
You took away the pride that makes a man a man. You helped me get out. You broke my heart day after day. Every day, girl, you gonna pay to feel right. You know what you can call.
George McGregor. He was on a lot of our stuff.
Yeah, because I know he was doing stuff for Ed Wingate.
Right.
And he was doing stuff for Sidra, too.
Sidra. And, a lot. Him and Don Davis was real tight.
Yeah, they were playing at the Frolic.
Right. Don Davis, we, the Brothers of Soul, me, Robert, and Richard, were singing on a lot of hits that Don did. Johnny Taylor, Who's Making Love, and It's Cheaper to Keeper, and all them stuff. That's us doing the background. Mavis Staples, we did backgrounds for them at United. That's when he first took over United. Before he took over United, he had the keys to United. And we would go in there at night and cut and do background on the dramatics, on whoever he had. Mavis Staples. He did all his work here. He did all the mastering. He did all the cutting. Not all the cutting, most of the cutting. And the stacking. Background, the voices, and over. And then he would go there and do some. Don he was something. The 21st I did some stuff on them. The Thought of Me Losing You, yeah. I sure did the 21st. That was, Terrell was the guy that owned this label. He was a gangster because he tried to kill Mike Terry.
You tried to kill Mike?
Yeah, he locked him up in, he ain't got to record on that.
The thought of me losing you, I just can't stand. The thought of me losing you, I just can't stand. You're in my heart and soul, and I'm so glad, 'cause you gave me peace of mind. And I'm hung up on a feeling your love has got me reeling. Don't leave me, baby. Don't you leave me. Oh, losing you. I just can't stand the thought of me losing you.
Holland Holland was moonlighting there. Tri-Sound, they took Tri-Sound over.
Yeah, because what's his name? Major Reynolds.
Major Reynolds.
On Hamilton.
That's right.
Yeah, because
they would run everybody out. When the time they would come, they would call Major. He'd run everybody out. They'd wait an hour, and then they would come in. And
because they didn't want Berry to know they were doing anything.
That's right, because that was at the time they were suing. And then they bought a theater over in Grand River, which was Hot Wax and whatever other,
Invictus, yeah.
Right? And we were the background singers for 100 Proof, General Johnson, Frida Payne, all the hits. That was us. That wasn't the groups. The groups was out working. And we were here, and we were doing all the background.
Yeah, because I spoke to Melvin Davis. He went down there, and Steve Mancher. There was Sonny Monroe. Yeah, he went down there. I think they did tracks, and then they just dreamt up a name for a group. But you were going down to Chicago quite a lot.
Man, listen, we would drive. We would be cutting this stuff here, and the stuff we cut on Candace Love, Oh Boy, That's a No-No, Boy, That's a No-No, was a hit. And we did some Never in a Million Years on her. I did Never in a Million Years I did it on Carolyn Franklin, Aretha's sister.
Yeah, you wrote a record called Just Loving You.
Oh, yeah. We did a lot on Ruby.